Iceman. Dit is zoals we hem kennen. Een man die urenlang in een bak met ijsklontjes kan staan.
8 o'clock now on a Friday morning, January 25th, 2008. A chilly morning for most folks on the plaza.
Een man ook die in zijn blote bas de Mount Everest beklimt. Een man die een halve marathon in Lapland loopt. Op blote voeten en slechts gekleed in een sportbroekje. Bij min 30 graden. Een man ook die meters onder het ijs zwemt. Van wak naar wak. Hij doet het onmogelijke.
Wim Hoff weet extreme kou te weerstaan. En hij zegt dat hij ook zijn immuunsysteem zelf kan beïnvloeden. Iets wat volgens wetenschappers helemaal niet mogelijk is. Ruim een jaar lang deed het UMC Sint-Radboud in Nijmegen wetenschappelijk onderzoek naar hem. Is hij een medisch wonder of niet? De resultaten zijn volgens de wetenschappers opmerkelijk.
Er is inderdaad iets heel bijzonders aan de hand met Wim. Het lijkt erop alsof hij in staat is op de een of andere manier de reacties van zijn immuunsysteem te beïnvloeden.
Om het echt bewijzend te maken zouden we dan een groep bijvoorbeeld moeten laten trainen van 10 personen door Wim. Die dan dezelfde techniek als Wim aanleren en een andere groep van 10 personen dat niet laten aanleren. Dan kijken of we die verschillen kunnen reproduceren.
12 vrijwilligers, allemaal gezonde jonge mannen, zijn 4 dagen in training geweest bij Wim Hoff in Polen. Om te leren wat Wim Hoff al jaren kan. Tegen extreme kou en mediteren.
Als je een aantal technieken die ik geleerd heb in de kou, in die ademhaling toepast, dan ga je diep het zenuwstelsel in. En niet zomaar diep, autonome zenuwstelsel.
En dan het onderzoek zelf. Net als Wim in 2011 krijgen de jongens een deel van de dode bacterie ingespoten, terwijl ze de techniek van Wim Hoff toepassen. Een normaal mens wordt hier wel een uur of 3 ziek van.
Hier komt de toxine. 10 is het allerbelabberdste ooit en 0 het beste.
En dan de controlegroep. Jongens die dus niet door Wim Hoff getraind zijn. Het resultaat, de jongens voelen zich ziek. En ze rillen zelfs. Alle bloedtesten van de 12 deelnemers en de 12 mensen van de controlegroep zijn met elkaar vergeleken in het laboratorium. En de resultaten zijn zeer opmerkelijk.
Onze belangrijkste conclusie, dat we nu voor het eerst heel duidelijk en onomstotelijk feitelijk hebben aangetoond dat een mens dus wel in staat is om zijn autonome zenuwstelsel op een vrijwillige manier te beïnvloeden. En dat was echt iets wat in de tekstboeken staat en dat kan.
Het is jij die dat ook kan. En jij, iedereen. Als je je stresshormoongehalte in je lichaam weer terugbrengt naar waar het eigenlijk thuis hoort, dan voel je je niet alleen energieker, je voelt ook meer van jezelf. Je bent dieper bewustzijn. Wij kunnen veel meer dan wij denken.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, the direction and the organization and all you people. Thank you that I'm, this morning I still was in Amsterdam and now I'm here. That's some kind of magic going on for a conference on psychology and sport. It showed that we as the first time in the world, a group of persons within just a couple of days, like 3 days, being able to go into the autonomic nervous system. And the autonomic nervous system, therefore, is no longer autonomous. That related to the immune system means we are going to have a different psychological vision of what is disease, but also sports and performance. If we are able to control, like adrenaline in the sports, you talk about adrenaline, heightened awareness to perform. If you are able to control that, then you get into a flow, because body and mind come together. There is no resistance and you get the best of your performance. Then the mind is able to direct the body even beyond its capabilities. But only first when body and mind come together and there is a controlled how do you say, there is a control over the adrenaline. noradrenaline, epinephrine, which is always related to performance. It showed that a group of persons, 12 persons in just 3 days, were able to rise their adrenaline level lying in bed more than people in fear first time going to bungee jump. You understand? Adrenaline lying in bed more than a man in fear or a woman in fear going for a bungee jump. That means control over adrenaline. Complete control. By what? Breathing exercise. We as sports people and people in this society, we actually live in a non-stimulative behavior, comfort zone, we call this. And we build up a lack of oxygen inside of the body, which then results finally in being acidic. It's a little bit acidic, our bodies in the West. Therefore, neurotransmitters of the mind are not really able to travel through the body in the highest performance. So the psychology is, I gotta do my best, I gotta do my best, I gotta do my best. And when the shot comes, it's still a little bit acidic, and it's still hard to perform completely. How to change that? How to improve, even with the capabilities of sports people as they are well trained, how to improve their performance, and how to trust that this performance is the best, psychologically making the people, the sports people in question now in peace. I did my best, I got my control myself. When I hear the pistol shots, boom, I go, and the heightened awareness of my body, the adrenaline control, will make me able to steer in the body and to get the best out of my body in a flow. Mind and body coming together because of controlled adrenaline creates flow. And the flow is the best of your performance. You don't think, you do not even feel too much. You are in the flow. There is no resistance in the body because body and mind is connected. They are one. Psychology. How to bring back this psychology. I can talk for hours about the physiology, but it's not necessary. I think we should take all people out of the public. There are sports people here, isn't it? Who does some push-ups sometimes? Who? Okay, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could you please come? I want to show you guys something. I will show that these people, without air in the lungs, are able to do more push-ups than with air, making use of the storing up oxygen in the inside of the body, which we normally do not do because we have this behavior of breathing shallow. We are going to learn to have them breathe deeply and bringing oxygen besides of the lungs, which then makes the body in the muscle tissue alkaline. Neurotransmitters, they need an alkaline environment to perform. Okay. Thanks, guys. Dziękuję. There you go. Yes, okay. Breathe in. And breathe. Come on. Fully in and let go. Fully in, let go. Fully in, let go. No mind, no thinking, just give it your best. It's what you do in the game also, in the performance. You give it the best. It's a feeling. Give it all in, let go. All in, let go. You become lightheaded and loose in the body because CO2 goes out, O2 runs free, but we make your muscle tissue, we make it alkaline. Okay, keep up. 50 more. Thus we take away the acid out of your body. And more. 12. And 11. Come on. As we do sports, we want to perform results. And that's what we are going to show you. And it's going to feel good. A good connection in the body and being able to perform even without air in the lungs. You will see. And with that, we have an example instead of an hour full of physiology and blah blah. Okay, 5. And only one thought is one neurotransmitter, one message to the body. You're going to do your best. That's it. Go with the flow. 3. And deeply in. 2. 1. And now the last one. Fully in. And let go. At the end, stop. After exhalation, stop. Push-ups. No breathing. There is no air in the lungs. And they still keep on functioning. And normally, we do not make use of this capability of having oxygen in the body. That's why we get acidic. Right on. Very good. 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 He keeps on, he keeps on, keeps on. Yeah. Great. Excellent. Wow, nice. How do you feel? Surprisingly good. That's it. If you take away the acid out of the body and make the body alkaline in the muscle tissue, you are able to perform more. And the neurotransmitters are able to function very well. And this way, you are going to improve in your performance as you do. Thank you very much for showing me and the public. You see, a simple technique like this shows the ability of the body of everybody to store up oxygen more than we do normally. And that, of course, will enhance, will make grow the performance. Just simple. And nowadays with the sports, it's just 1 second or 1/100th of a second or 1/10th of a second. No, seconds. Half hour, 10 minutes, I don't know. Like with a marathon. If you have more oxygen and you have you're not acidic, then aerobic dissimulation keeps on, it generates energy, and you are able to go faster and better than ever before. Because you take away the shallow breathing, which creates an acidic environment in the muscle tissue. Once you know and you feel this, you become full of trust with your own performance and the ability to having to perform when you have to perform when they shoot, you know, the pistol in the air, and you go. Psychology. What is psychology? Psychology is knowing how the body works at its best performance. But as we are alienated because of our comfort zone behavior, we do not know exactly anymore the way the body functions. And we do sports. And we get into, with our heads, into figures, numbers. We have to perform better, but we do not actually know how. Of course, by training, you get supercompensation, you get more muscle tissue. That's okay. But if there is not enough oxygen inside the body, in the depth, then the body will not get to be alkaline. And when the body is not alkaline, neurotransmitters are not able to perform at its best. Sometimes, therefore, we hear in the sports, I was in the flow. I don't know what happened, but it was so good. The best time ever. Not thinking about it, but feeling all what happened. So, what is the best way? Because of our non-stimulative behavior, we have a vascular system which is transporting all this oxygen inside of the body, which is not really good. We think of the cold, which is my thing, as you saw. I got 25 Guinness World Records, climbing Mount Everest in shorts and running marathons and diving deeply in ice water and all that, but also in the desert. I did it all, and that's my thing, because the cold knows how to trigger the vascular system. We got 125,000 kilometers of vascular channels, capillaries, arteries, veins, all over. They transport the necessary oxygen to perform. They transport oxygen, which makes the pH value in our body alkaline. Thus, to perform better in sports is to use the cold. Not shockingly, so like, no, easy, gradually. Then the vascular condition improves naturally to its best ability to be a transportation system wherein the oxygen can get up till immune cells. You never get sick anymore, because immune cells are going to be more alert, well fed with oxygen, making the body alkaline. It becomes one with your mind. As your mind is neurotransmitters, messages, electrical signals to the body is alkaline, it really functions, and it listens to what you want. You want to become number one, but if your body is not working with you, how are you going to make it really happen? What I teach is the ability to get into a deeper control of your physiology. Further than ever before scientifically was known. Yes, last May we showed the first group in the world that the autonomic nervous system related to the immune system can be influenced deeply, not little bit, not significant, no, 100%. 12 people within 3 days, learning them to go into the cold, having no experience whatsoever in the cold. 3 days later, they were with me in shorts, in a mountain in Karkonosh, you know Śnieżka, exactly over there. -10 in the beginning, at the foot of the mountain. We went up for hours in shorts, -10, -11, -12, -15, to -27 up top of Śnieżka. And the doctors who were present with us, they were in fully dressed. The scarves, and hats, gloves, and they were like on the top of the mountain like this. And we, in short, we felt great. We danced the Harlem Shake up there. Then I knew these guys, 4 days later, are going to be subjected in the hospital, and they will be injected with a bacteria. It's a controlled experiment. All the 12 of them. And I knew when we arrived at the Schnitzka top, the summit, I knew these guys are ready. They got the natural ability to go deeply into their physiology and have control. And it showed. Within a quarter of an hour, 15 minutes, they had complete control. Was proven by blood results and monitoring. The doctors really saw that for the first time in their scientific life. And it was written in the books. You are not able to do that. The other 12, not instructed test subjects in the hospital, they suffered 8 hours in being sick, uncontrollable shivering, headaches, no good feeling. And it showed 100% score. That actually now it is scientifically proven that any person in the world is able to go deeply into the autonomic nervous system. It showed adrenaline levels higher than people lying in bed once again than somebody going into a bungee jump for the first time in fear. Blood result comparison. Showed. Lying in bed. That means control, voluntarily, completely controlled, and at ease. We can do this. What do you need with the sport? Simple, the trust in your physiology and the ability to control deeply within the physiology, the hormonal system, the adrenaline. Adrenaline is not only good to perform in dangerous situations, therefore there is adrenaline, and sports is actually, it has begun to become stronger and to be able to deal with dangerous situations. We make competition out of it, and sometimes with all these steroids and blah blah and the medicines, it's no good anymore. And sports people do not understand really anymore what is the really essence of being inside that, making all these results happening and going and beat him. No, learning to master yourself, the best, to get the best in yourself, into the flow. It's not really even aggressive. It's complete control, which makes you confident that you did the right training, that you went really deep into your system, and that you all got it under control. And when you stand there at the baseline, you are at ease. And when you hear BAM! Control, adrenaline, go! And you don't think, and you know, you go with the flow. This flow is unmistakably the best out of yourself. And now it is proven that this adrenaline, we are able to control it. And not only for the sport, adrenaline control is the best cure against autoimmune diseases. We have proven to go deeply into the DNA. Nuclear factor kappa B, DNA. It shows that we are able to go deeply into the DNA and control performance. To be the best within our system to get the best outcome of our energy united in a heightened awareness which makes adrenaline. Then you get trust within yourself. You are at ease because you know, you feel, you do your best. It's not something, there's no paranoia going on, which is actually taking away results from your performance. No, you just go with the flow. So, psychology. My daughter is a psychologist. She works with me now. It's all new. And my children, I got 5 children, 2 daughters, very intelligent daughters, more intelligent than their daddy. Doesn't matter. Don't know how to develop, but it is there. And before they never worked with me, but now they do. Now they believe. They only want the daddy to be daddy, that's it. The rest is not interesting, and all these records is not interesting. But now they see we can make a whole lot of difference within the world for every individual existing on this planet. That we are able to go within a couple of days deeply into our autonomic nervous system, deeply into our physiology. If we are able to do that, then performance naturally is going to be what we want to be better. It's going to happen. Psychology is nothing more than the trust within yourself, the confidence that it is going to happen because you have control over your physiology. And it shows. And it is all new. Actually, it is the first time I'm in Europe, outside my own country, to explain in a lecture about this. They are changing the textbooks in America, US, for the university now, medical textbooks, and it is including now our findings and results that the autonomic nervous system, by our research, is no longer autonomous. And not a little bit, big time. Actually, it's beginning to be a choice. It's going to be here on the university too, because it's going to change all the textbooks all over the world. I mean, you cannot write and teach the new coming doctors the autonomic nervous system, blah, 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 blah. Hey, it is no longer autonomous. They got to change their vision everywhere, and it is done by university. So speculation about it is no longer needed. It's just what it is, your choice. You have a choice to go deeper within your physiology as you want. And the benefits are huge. It's not me who is convinced about that only. There's a whole bunch of professors and doctors who say the same, because they compare results and figures and numbers with biochemistry, and they see all that happening related to DNA, related to the immune system, related to the cardiovascular system. It's all there. We as humans, it is time actually, but I mean, the costs for healthcare are enormous. There are industries going on, and it's so much every month, every day. Medicines and pills, and that's a whole lot. Maybe it's good, you know, to have medicines and pills, but what is better? If you are able to control yourself and or take medicine. And there is a psychological twist over there. Because people like, I'm not going to take that cold shower. Take a pill, it's direct. And the long one, they lose, of course. How to change that psychological point wherein everybody, any individual here in the West, especially where autoimmune diseases exist, like from AIDS to MS, to Roma, arthritis, Bechterew, all kinds of diabetes. It's all autoimmune diseases coming from being acidic all the time. And if that takes a year in, year out, then of course there's a chronic lack of oxygen, a chronic lack of being alkaline in the body, and it deregulates our immune system, and therefore all these diseases come in. We can take that away. Professors tell me, after they saw the results of this research, they told us, hey, you do those techniques, it's better breathing, like we did here. You see the way we can store up a whole lot more oxygen and perform just better by using our capability of storing up oxygen, making the body alkaline. If we do that a little bit more, then a whole lot of diseases will have no fundamentals to develop because you take away being acidic. Oxygen comes in and you become alkaline and the body works the way it should and the way it can. It's natural that our immune system, after millions of years of trial and error, is very capable of keeping us whole. And to see bacteria, when immune cells are really well fed with oxygen, then they spot bacterial growth or viral growth, viruses, and or bacillus development. They see it. But the immune cells who have no enough oxygen, they are just sleepy a little, and the bacteria is growing, becomes uncontrollable, and we got another disease. So simple it can be. We do not trust this anymore. We prefer to think the old way. Oh, that's my dog. just do click here and it goes away. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's my son. Okay, enough said. I got 2 tips for you guys. I got it all scientifically written on my website, etc. It's all new. This is a university. It's results by the university and its research programs. And the textbooks are going to be changed, and they are into changing right now. I had a phone call from Boston University textbooks manufacturing, you know, wherever they make the textbooks. It's all included. It's going to change. That's good. Now, you can read about it all later. It's all there. I got 2 tips. Cold shower after hot work. To train the vascular system, 125,000 kilometers of vascular channels. Little word, big word. You know what it does? It will feed with oxygen then the immune cells, and which makes you able to be alert against bacterial growth, viruses, etc. All the bugs are out. That's what. Cold shower after a hot one will train you in your vascular system so good that all these little muscles and reflexes are so trained and developed, they go to their natural capability, make the blood flow through the body a whole lot better, and the heart needs to pump 10, 20, 30, 40 beats a minute, 24 hours a day less. That means a whole lot of less stress hormones. And stress hormones constantly present in our body is killing us in the West. Makes our body, ooh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Inside it's a turmoil, it's an organ. It's a tornado inside. Because these stress hormones affect our brain because of accelerated heartbeat. In the danger, the heartbeat is there to accelerate more, to get the blood flow through, to get out of this dangerous situation. Not all day. It's not made to do that. So, cold shower after hot one will train all these channels, the reflexes and the muscles, and therefore heart rate goes down. Immune cells are being well fed with oxygen. Right on. Tip number 2 is oxygen. As we wear clothes, we are not stimulated by temperature changes. We live in a neutral zone. Therefore, finally, we do not need to compensate with oxygen. Oxygen brings about a better performance in the cell. We do not need to compensate because we have these clothes. We live in a neutral zone. There is no need. We got away from our capabilities because we got into this behavior of having clothes being in a neutral zone. Therefore, oxygen and the way of breathing becomes shallow. It's a conditioned reflex. That's right where the mistake, where the error is coming in. You build up a lack of oxygen, therefore. Thus, the body becomes acidic. And when it becomes acidic, the neurotransmitters cannot function anymore. And if it is done hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, and year by year, 20 years, of course, a lot of disorders and ailments and diseases, they can occur. It's logical. So it's for free. So it doesn't cost anything. Breathe more deeply, consciously, make use of oxygen, and learn about this. I want actually to do a little breathing exercise with all you people to show you and to astound you that you are able to store up a whole lot more oxygen and to stay without air in the lungs for at least a minute. Shall we do that? Let's make it practical. Feeling is understanding. If you feel this, and later on you can learn about this. Really, there are people. I had an 82-year-old woman a couple of weeks ago with nerve-wracking pain because they cut through the nerves in the face in the operation, and it was a mistake, but she in agony every day. I worked with her, and it showed that within a half hour, she was able to stay without air in the lungs for 2.5 minutes. 82 years old. It's a natural ability, making use of a natural ability to store up oxygen, making the body alkaline, and regain control over the nervous system. And nerves, pain, is related. She was very able to ignite, to produce dopamine because she made contact in her body again. 82 years. So we should be able, within 6 minutes, to stay at least 1 minute without force, just to show the capacity of us to store up oxygen without force, to stay longer than 1 minute without air. We do it as follows. Okay, there we go. Come on, guys, don't think about this. Feeling is understanding here. Deeply in. And can you use your clock to see if it's really happening? Huh? We are stubborn in our minds, so we need evidence. So, this is evidence. Deeply in. Count down from 15. Just keep on. It's not a matter, does this work, yes or no. It's your commitment. If you do so, these techniques work. I just want you to feel it. And feeling is understanding, hearing. 10. Count down, 9. 8. Don't think, just feel. You become lightheaded, loose in the body. That's logic, because CO2 goes out, O2 runs freely throughout the body. Body becomes alkaline. pH value alkaline. We all saw it in the university. Okay, 4. Do your best. 3. You can watch it on your watch, eh? 2. 1. There you go. Deeply in last time. And let go. And stop. Refrain from breathing. There is no necessity for breathing because we accumulate a whole lot of oxygen besides of the lung. Storage of oxygen, making the body alkaline. Just look at the watch, relax. Tension takes a lot of oxygen. Relax, the body works. There's no need to breathe. And everybody has this capacity of storing up so much more oxygen than as we do. Therefore, I want to show this by feeling and learn that you are able to do this every day. It's for free. And it makes your body pH value alkaline. Remember, that's the way the nervous system runs through the body a whole lot better. You want to perform better? Bring oxygen in. You still see, without breathing, everybody who is committed to do that is still without breathing. We passed a minute. Relax. There's no force involved. It's a natural ability of ours, which we do not use anymore because we are not stimulated. We live in a neutral zone, shallow in our breathing, and then we are asking questions. And why can I not perform? Because you're full of shit. Acid. But you can take it away. And it's not only good to perform, it's also good to maintain this connection with the immune system and making all these immune cells doing what they can do. Prevent from disease, and healing capacity is also there. That's what they also saw. This year, January, I went with 26, listen well, 26 people ranging from 22 years old to 65, men, women, young, old, and people with cancer, disease of Crohn, MS, asthma, heart condition. And I told the public, the newspapers and internet on television, we are going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, which is almost 6,000 meters, in 3 days. In short, up there it's really cold. It's Africa, but up there it's really cold. And there is less than half the oxygen. And oxygen you need to battle, there it goes again. You need oxygen to battle combustion, to make, fire needs, if you put it, if you blow, then the flames go up. blow within yourself oxygen, your energy is going to be built up. And that's what you need when you are confronted with cold, especially when there is half the oxygen. We did all these breathing exercises. And all the experts and the physiologists, they told us, people are going to die because physiologically this is, man is not able to do this. 65 years with heart condition. Man with prostate cancer, a woman with MS, man with severe rheumatism. I had them only for 4 days training. I awakened their physiology and got them in such a state they were able not only to do it in 3 days, in 2 days we did it. Fastest group ever, ranging from 22 to 65. Disease, yes or no? If you are motivated and do the right techniques, you get to your oxygen, you will perform right on. No exception for nobody. Sports, yes or no? Within the sports, you want to perform even better. Hey, that's your will, and that's okay. It shows that the mind is able to get the body even performing better than its ability to perform in a way that you are kept to be healthy, happy, and strong within. For that we have physical abilities. But if you use your mind, psychology, then you can perform outstanding. But first you need to make it work within this body. Bring in oxygen. Make your body and learn that your body, if it becomes alkaline, there is no need for becoming sick. You feel strong and a whole lot of energy. In the cell, it's what they saw in the university, by measurements, the ability in front of an experiment called a physiological experiment, going into a cabin and to be filled up with ice up till here for 80 minutes, completely wired, blood taken away. And they took the blood away before I was going in. And it showed 300% more metabolic activity in the cell without moving. Psychology, the mind. If the body has enough oxygen and is alkaline, then your ability with the neurotransmitters of the mind is very able to intervene in metabolic processes of energy management in the cell, up to 300%. What do you think is going to happen when you are going to perform? It's like a turbo in your ass.
Oh.
Oh yeah, time for discussion. Okay. Turbo in your ass. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is the one. Translation. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, if you have any question, please.
Taky dobré odpoledne. Nejdřív prosím o otázky, jestli se chce někdo na něco zeptat, bylo to poutavé, revoluční určitě. Možná já bych...
Okay, very clear. Thank you very much.
Překladatelé slyšeli? Díky, dobrý den. Já bych se chtěl zeptat, jak pan Hoff k tomu vlastně dospěl, že tady tohle takhle funguje, jak začal. Děkuju.
As a young man, I felt there was more. There is more. But I could not read about it in books. I couldn't see it within the existing disciplines. So I visited many philosophies and doctrines. Yeah, a lot of traditions, languages and all that, except for Czechies. Okay, but there was one day, 17 years old, was in a Sunday, I saw a thin layer of ice on the water, and it attracted me. I looked around because they have no bathing trunk, but was nobody because it's Sunday morning. And naked I went in. I felt great. I felt exactly what I could not find in the books, nor in any discipline. The cold is really direct. It shows you the way within, and you have to be able to learn to control therein. Otherwise, the cold is no good. And there I changed my way of breathing. Within 25 breaths, like we did, in the cold water, I could take smaller ones. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Great feeling. That's the way it began. Good feeling.
Já bych se rád zeptal, jaká je pana Hoffa vnitřní motivace, proč tady tohle to dělá, protože když jste posunuli s tím způsobem hranice lidského těla poznání, na druhou stranu musíte mít nějakou vnitřní motivaci, nějaký pohon, proč to děláte, jestli to chcete dokázat dcerám, že jste dobrý otec, nebo jestli to chcete dokázat univerzitám, lidem po celém světě, že ty hranice jsou někde jinde, kde je ta vnitřní motivace. Děkuji.
Yeah, very nice. I'm a missionary. First a big bit. But the thing is, my mission is to bring more control over the hormonal system in the man, everyone. When you have more control over the hormonal system, you can take away depression. That's feeling good. Oh, okay, wow, nice, you know. And you can feel, make yourself feel strong when you want this. And it showed in the university we can do this. So we proved autonomic nervous system can be influenced deeply, and hormonal system that makes people to be able to become happy, strong, and get more energy in cell level. That's my mission, to bring it as a choice for every individual in the world, because I love the people. That's why. And we keep up. Děkuji.
Další dotaz?
Že bych mu držela palce, no, protože jako jistě pozná hodně odkud, protože si myslím, že ten farmaceutický průmysl a všechno vlastně to má zařízený jinak. A že tohle je tak revoluční, že to je vlastně nejenom sport, ale to zdraví, to štěstí, ta pohoda, ten klid. Vlastně to, po čem vlastně všichni touží, že to pak by přestali usilovat o peníze, o slávu a o to a našli pohodu. A že to je úžasný a držím palce. A jako to, že to ještě nevíme vlastně, když to nějaký čas vlastně běží, že by to mělo vědět všechno lidsko. No ne, tak jako jestli narazíme teda na nějaký jako taky bariéry, že třeba než takové schválně do realizace.
Yes, a very good question. I'm not against pharmaceutics. I want to bring the knowledge by scientific study to every person in the world. They have to change. If we go fight pharmaceutics, big war. It's enormous. The best way to proceed is to change people, the psychology of people. Listen, you can be happy, strong, and healthy. Scientific proof. Dum, 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 dum. People have to change. Not the industry. The industry, finally, is also people. They will change too. Because we are humans and we need to develop. And we do that. That's in our nature. But we need to make money too. That's the way the pharmaceutics go. It's logical that how more medicine, more money, you don't want people to become really healthy. I'm sorry. But we keep on. Scientific study show it to the people. No dogma. No dogma. It's your choice.
Možná doktor Šafář by měl tomu připomínku.
Further, I want a whole lot more study. I'm into 5 studies now. Research programs. I want faster. I want to work with this university too. Come on. Study. Make a study.
Děkuju za tu otázku, za tu odpověď, protože
Thank you.
To byl přesně ten hlavní důvod, nebo to, co nás na tom fascinovalo, že Vim není žádný bláznivý mystik, který překračuje hranice, ale že od počátku tu cestu, kterou vede, má s využitím evidence-based, že opravdu pracuje a nechává si toto všechno potvrdit. V tom já vidím ten moment, který opravdu možná bude zlomem v tom poznání.
Jestli je další dotaz.
And I'm crazy about my wife and life.
Dobrý den, já mám na vás 2 dotazy. Jeden se týká systematiky dýchání a chtěl bych se zeptat, jestli máte nějakou zkušenost nebo na váš názor na systém endogenního dýchání, který prosazuje ruský vědec Frolov, aplikoval nebo respektive vytvořil takový dýchací trenažér, systém
Buteyko?
Yeah, that one as well. Yeah, they
same thing.
Incorporated. Yeah,
Yes.
the same thing. So this one, and a druhá. Nebo zda máte zkušenost skutečně s aplikováním tohoto systému dýchání do nějaké, řekněme, zajeté skupiny sportovců, vrcholových, výkonnostních, a jak dlouho zhruba jim zabral čas, než byli schopni tady tento způsob aplikovat tak uvědoměle, nebo respektive potom tak neuvědoměle, že byli schopni ten celý svůj sportovní výkon jet na tady tomto dýchání. Děkuji.
Okay, yes, the first one is Buteyko. Buteyko actually learns us to longer breathe out, creating CO2, which makes our body work more effective. That's what it is. Too much oxygen inside is no good. I got many teachers from Buteyko who adopted my techniques, and they say this is stronger. Same working, different angle. That's number one. You can read about it later. Number two, I train also sports people. I want to make a kayaker within 2 weeks. Now he is in the top of, he's going to have cold in the Olympics, I'm sure. And because his effectivity of storing up oxygen is a whole lot better. So in his discipline, you get to be anaerobic at a certain level, but not anymore. So he has got this aerobic boost. It's like a turbo. Like people in 100 meters, 85 meters, or 92, anaerobic. I make them 100 meters, aerobic. Thus, boom, boost. Maybe 1 second on 100 meters. But I was not known in the sports, really. And the sports also is very orthodox. Very hard to get in. Once they learn that simple techniques can make them a whole lot better, hey, then okay, then I got my funding for all the research I want. Thank you.
Možná k tomu měli drobný doplňující dotaz. Chtěl bych se zeptat, proč je vlastně tak důležité tu dechovou techniku propojit s otužováním nebo se studenou vodou. To vlastně není jenom dechová technika, ale vlastně Vim, jak bylo řečeno, ji vlastně nějak rozvinul v konfrontaci, jak sám píše na těch stránkách, tam má ten obrat cold, hard nature, že vlastně nějak v konfrontaci s ledem a se zimou vyvinul to dechové cvičení. Tak bych se chtěl zeptat, proč je vlastně tak důležitá ta souvislost mezi studenou vodou a tím dechovým cvičením nebo s otužováním obecně.
Cold makes the body sore, acidic. That's why you cannot perform anymore. So if you breathe the right way, more profound, then the body will not be acidic and you are able to stay all night long in a freezing temperature in your shorts. Could be. That's a natural ability. Now the need for oxygen to be in the body is carried by the transportation system. And that's the cardiovascular system, which is trained by the cold adaptation. All these little muscles and reflexes are trained, stimulated. But still, you need to breathe better to get full potential of the oxygen inside the transportation system. We just explained it before. It's like maybe you got the food and you got all the nutrients and a good car. Full, you know, truck full. That's your system. But the road is not so good. So maybe you get a flat tire. And the food does not come from A to B. So the truck full of ingredients, that's important. which is our oxygen, and the roads, which is the transportation system. Cardiovascular system is also. Those two combined is pure power. The rest is mindset, but I say no mindset. It's commitment. No NLP, neuro-linguistic programming and all that shit. These techniques, oxygen and transportation system, the cold and breathing, when they come together, then it's you who is going to put the bar. What do you want? You want so much, so much, so much, or so much? It's up to you. You don't need to think about this. It works. Praca, praca.
Dobrý večer. Já bych prosila, jestli byste mohl nějak srovnat nebo podtrhnout nebo sdělit názor na jogová cvičení nebo ještě obecněji veškerá ta cvičení ve východních filozofiích, která také podtrhují jednotu těla i duše a orientují se i na různé formy a typy dechových cvičení s tím vaším přístupem. A pak mám takovou soukromou poznámku, že už moje babička narozená v předminulém tisíciletí 1890 říkala mě, mladé, v minulém tisíciletí, když jsem se narodila, mě říkala, víš děvče, když máš problém, tak začni hluboko vzdýchat. Není to nějaká paralela?
Yes, exactly. Beautiful, yeah. It's like, it's not that I'm saying something new. It is already existing for thousands of years. And people who think a little bit okay, they know. Like these old babas, the old babas. They know. They are not crazy. They know about the life. They showed us. But we thought, no, we had cold, no. The breathing, no. The games and this, and nice and warm, pleasant comfort. That's my thing. And that's the way we got in distance with our power, inner power. And about the yoga, I did Japanese and Sanskrit and all, I did it also. If you hit me like this, I do. And it goes on. And I know, but we live in the West. We got a different mind. Our mind and our belief is not anymore so much. The church and the temple, they make only war, bomb, bomb, bomb. The mosque, the Arabs and the Catholics and the Protestants and the this and the that. No, we got one belief for all humans, science. No philosophy, no speculation, numbers. And show that the immune system, the cardiovascular system, autonomic nervous system, we can control this and change it all. Every person in the world.
Bohužel náš čas se naplnil a já bych na závěr chtěl předat ještě slovo doktoru Šafářovi, aby řekl své.
Děkuju. Já jenom ještě možná k paní profesorce. Moje babička mi vždycky říkala, vem si teplý ponožky a čepice, ať se nenachladíš, takže ta moudrost může být různá. Já se velmi omlouvám, že tu nesmírně zajímavou diskuzi a přednášku musíme uzavřít, protože jak jsem avizoval, na Vima čeká auto, které ho veze na letiště, aby mu neuletělo letadlo. Ještě jednou mu moc krát děkuji za to, že přijel, děkuji vám, že jste zapojili do diskuze a těším se.
Okay, thank you, guys, thank you. And this university made me come back for research. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. Present. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Check present.